This is Isolation Night Live, Climate Edition.
Hey everyone, my name is Adam and I'm a member of the band AJR, but I'm also a very involved climate activist. I do a lot of academic work on the relationship between sustainability and human rights. I'm an advocate with the UNDP, really focusing on climate change and sustainable development. And I've seen all of the topics that we've talked about today. And they've been really creative and diverse and interesting, very different from a lot of the climate summits that I've participated in. We've talked about things like greening Hollywood and making sure inequality is not something that we, have to deal with in the climate crisis, even though it's something really important. We've talked about different ways of communicating about climate. And so after seeing and hearing all these incredible people speak, I thought I would speak for a minute before I introduced our performance. So the thing I want to talk about today is the idea of micro-influencers for the climate crisis. Now, for those of you who might not know, micro-influencers are everybody who has some sort of influence on social media, not the people who have millions of followers or even hundreds of thousands of followers. It's the people who have the attention of their friends and family. And in many cases, those are the most influential people in the world. You're much more likely to take advice from a friend or a family member than, a famous actor or musician that you see online. That's where most of the power sits when talking about the climate crisis, this idea of micro-influencers. So the thing I want to talk about today is how to use micro-influencer power to help educate other people about the climate crisis. So many people will say that individual action isn't enough. Changing to a reusable straw, that's not going to do much in the long run. But if you have enough people doing that, influencing their friends and family to do the same, that's what's going to end up making the difference. If you have enough people doing that in a community and you've influenced enough friends and family members to do that, then you're going to start to influence businesses and policymakers on the local level, on the state level, on the federal level, and that's where we need to see real difference. But it really does start with micro-influencers, because micro-influencers actually have more influence than anybody else, especially when talking about things that are really easy to switch, like unplugging electronics from the wall when they're fully charged. Like I said, switching to reusables, reusable bags, reusable straws, things like that, turning off the water and not taking showers that are extremely long. But this idea of micro-influence is something that I think can really change the conversation around climate. And so again, my name is Adam. Thank you for having me today. And here is our single. It's called Bang.
I get up, I get down, and I'm jumping around, and the rumpus and rug is so comfortable now. Been a hell of a ride, but I'm thinking it's time to grow. So I got in a pub, been across from the pub, put me out in my fridge, still I'm not feeling grown. Been a hell of a ride, but I'm thinking it's time to go.
Here we go.
So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this song, everybody come bang. Let's go out with the bang. Bang, bang, bang. I'm way too young to love you forever, I'm way too old to trust, so whatever come bang. Let's go out with the bang. Bang, bang, bang. Feel like I'm gonna puke, cause my taxes are due to my past, but begin with a 1 or a 2. I've been a hell of a ride, but I'm thinking it's time to grow.
Metronome.
Man, I'm up to something. Woody-da-dee-do, thank you all for coming. I hope you like the show, cause it's on the budget. So woody-da-dee-do, yeah, come on, here we go, yeah, come on.
Here we go.
So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this song, everybody come bang. Let's go out with a bang. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, I'm way too young to lie forever, I'm way too old to trust, so whatever come bang. Let's go out with a bang. Bang. go.